Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. I sort of zoned out on what we're supposed to be doing. Got distracted with other things and forgot, oh yeah, we're supposed to be recording this. So anyway, everyone's burgered off. You know, they're all out there, preparing for the fight against the Darkspawn. Yo, totally. I don't see anyone. Oh, it's just poor textures. Anyway, we need to go light the beacon. You know, light the beacon. Totally go light the beacon. If I can remember where the beacon. Oh, time for cinematic, everyone. Hopefully it does it. And it crashed. Okay, take 2. Let's go meet let's go do the thing. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time. Loading. There we go.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
But yeah, look how they look. Those Hurlocks compared to Dragon Age 2's.
Archers!
Maybe you should brought siege weaponry. Did you think about siege weaponry? Like trebuchets, catapults, ballistas?
Hounds! For Ferelden!
Cavalry? Did you think about cavalry? No. Well, they brought siege weaponry.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
But yeah, siege weaponry. Did you guys think about siege weaponry? It would have been a better idea.
Stand back! You will fall!
Oh no, we did. Then why we did have the list.
There! I'm in need of help! Push them back!
Problem though is, yeah, they also brought siege weaponry to the fight, so,
Make it help us. They're everywhere.
You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
Why
What are you
has the
talking
tower
about,
been
man?
taken?
Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower
Why
chambers.
did you
They're
let him through the
everywhere.
lower
Most of our
chambers?
men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Oh, goody. By the way, we get 2 stand-ins. Yeah, 2 stand-ins. So we gain Tower Guard, who's a warrior. Level 5. That, well, all level 5, actually. And then we have Circle Mage, who's a mage. What does Circle Mage have going for him? Arcane Shield. I mean, it's not terrible. Don't get me wrong, it's not terrible. Arcane Bolt. Flaming weapons isn't bad. Lightning. You could have. You should have had Winter's Grasp, though. Winter's Grasp is pretty great. Cone of Code is even better when it doesn't murder us all. You brought Paralyze. Okay, the game actually thought things through. The game was like, you know what, Paralyze is pretty good. Power to match is never, but yes. So I want to demonstrate why we put on this mod. No. Oh no, it has to be Flame Burst. So what is Emperor Flame Burst? Oh, that's so good. Means we're not going to die to the mage. Oh, so all of you guys, I need you guys equipped with fucking potions. I can't stress that enough. I need all of you equipped with potions. Just cause I'll deal with you and your stuff later. Okay, so Mage has mage robes. Willpower, magic, whatever. Basically, don't give them anything important. They'll only heal for, you know, this. Anyway, you... Tower Guard, do you have anything out? Yes, you have a Mason Shield. Cool. But anyway... Jeez. Warning, the no helmet hat might have failed to hide the helmets. This is all I do think. Oh. Oh. It struggled for a second though. Or like Tower Guard. Tower Guard, what do you have going for you? Okay, you're powerful, precise striking taunt. Don't use taunt. You can't use taunt. Okay. Rapid shot, yes. Not exactly a fan of rapid shot. It's like, yeah, you fire faster, but you have a less chance. Well, you don't do crits. Oh well. Oh, you got precise striking. But here's the thing, precise striking, shouldn't that work also with that? I'm not sure. Anyway. Just think about that and chat. Ooh, yes, Shattering Shot. I do like Shattering Shot. Because Ultra Fire is a shot designated to open up weak spots in the target's arm. The shot deals normal damage if it hits, puts normal period on the target. I thought I've seen that thing hitting multiple in it. No, that's Scatter Shot. Still, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so, tactics. Tower Guard, you are Archer. Could be Defender, but that's stupid. So you are Archer. So, activate Rapid Shot. Okay. So, boop, boop. Takes up half your stamina, but yay. You're now more effective. You, still doing good. You, and here's Arcane Shield. I mean, not bad for all your else you have to cast. Flaming Weapon is going to take over a chunk out of your magic, though, yeah. Okay, so, you have weakness and petrification. That's pretty fine. You are pretty fine, I would say. Probably wondering why do I have things spaced like this? Because, well, here's the thing. I like my sustain things where I'm not going to be pushing these. And I like my health potions at the end so I can, you know... Like, I should have them on, like, you know, more towards the start, but... I like my health potions away from things so I know... So I'm not accidentally pushing them too. And then for, like, mage things, why I leave a gap is because, like, attack spells... Control, deliberation spells, heal spells, and others, and then sustain things. Anyway, skills. You have power moments you don't have improved herbalism. Tower card you have just that, which is fine. I really need to get that soon. Maybe next time I can. Circle Mage. Oh, and you have tactics. Oh yeah, tactics. What the fuck is the Circle Mage doing? Not healer. Damager, lightning, flame blast. Okay, that's not bad. Controller. Okay, I like the idea. Okay. So I like the idea of having him set to damage, but... Okay, so enemy... rank. Target rank is elite or higher. Use ability. Paralyze. Actually, weakness would help. Yeah, you might actually set this to weakness. That way I can focus on using paralyze on targets of note. Yeah, that would do. Okay, we should be fine now, hopefully. And once again, save, because the game... Yeah. So, you have herbalism, do you? You can make me lesser health potions. What does that require? 3 of those. Ooh, distillation requires approved. Okay, well, you can make me potions though, so... 30's fine. Health potion. Yeah, very improved. Distillation. We're gonna need a bunch more distillation agents, aren't we? So, we need a lot more delirium dust here, don't we? Oh well, we got the flask at least. Box out. Yeah. Distillation agent. Okay. Yeah, you did things. Save. Yay, crafting. Anyway, we have flaming weapons. Yay. Let's go harass the Hurlock.
Behind you!
Now they were Grey Warrior.
Okay, done with you now.
Going. Right.
Does anyone drop anything? Ooh, a crap is down. Yay. Oh, blue.
Right. Take that!
Let's turn off the dodge. So I can have some stamina to play around with. It's not like any of these things can knock me down. It's useful for like for fighting ogres or... Well, it's immune to stun, which would be good for rogues and other stuff. Anything else while I'm, you know, looking around? Oh, those boxes. Hi, bots. Ooh, 6 copper. know, right? Such great stuff. I'm being sarcastic. There's some barrels and wooden crates if I can figure out how to reach them. Of course, I don't like this fog effect. It's pretty terrible. Not gonna lie, pretty terrible. So where is tower? I thought that was the tower right there. Okay, then why am I not heading to the tower? Why am I over here stuck behind? What? Eh? Okay, well now I'm over stuck. Okay, this way. There's a gen lock over there. Also, what about the helm I picked up? How? It's just a crappy helm. Okay. I thought since it said commander's helm would be something of note. Nope. Car locks, gen locks, Sounds like nice.
You asked for it.
And of course the mage would never have nearly enough mana. That's a mage problem. That's a Hurlock out.
Down you go.
Probably tell. We should probably have. Tower Guard's in danger. Tower Guard's being attacked in melee range. Pretty terrible. Tower Guard, why are you disappointing me? Alistair. Alistair.
Saving the day.
Tower Guard. Tower Guard, why are you that better? You should not be fighting melee range. You have a bow. You're only very trained with a bow. Demonic Ichor. Very potent poison. I do not like the fog of that.
Going.
Hey, look, a bot. Of course it's
Yes.
Wait 1 second. Do. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's gonna confuse me, but that's fine. There's 6 hours on that. Ugh. To the Tower of Ishal. Oh, I forgot to say before going inside. Damn. Forgot to say before going inside. It's always risky now, apparently. Okay, we made it into the game. Good. Progress.
I sense some dust.
Everything's on fire. Which means they technically have range material. Or not happy about that. Oh, that's a mage.
Point me.
Don't go with that mage.
No,
That
look,
archer's
it wants to fight.
I'm gonna assume you guys cover it. If you didn't, I'm gonna be upset.
So, time to play.
You ran out. And so this game does not have like Inquisitions. Oh, you're low on that. Well, let's use a potion. I have to man what do you do?
This should be fun.
Looks like they carry themselves well. I don't have to
Yes.
save everyone's ass. Frickin' yeah. By the way, here's a grease trap. And here's a fireball into the grease trap. I think that's what happened. Either that or it's a fireball trap and he used grease. Oh. Overpower stun converting? Yay. Either way, getting hit by that was unpleasant. Not a fan. Would not recommend. I can't remember which is more threatening. Hurlock emissaries or Genlock emissaries? Probably the Hurlock
And I'm off.
ones. Bonk. Bonk. Hey, crappy boots. Oh well, worry about selling them later. So, trying to remember things. Isn't like the way down over like Bell? How did they get through though? We have to go all the way to the tower. There's 3 or 4 floors. That's oh, that is not good.
Cut them down!
That you're wearing. Really
And that!
No, they came out through the other door to try to flank me. Bad tactic too. I like it. It's not bad. That way they can have, you know, the Genlocks attacking my frickin' mage from behind. And archer. Not the worst idea. Ooh, less intricate. I'm not sure who would want the silver bracelet. Might just be a generic gift that would go to anyone. Oh wait, here's the hole where they came from. That's clearly a big ass hole that they came from. Can we go down the hole? No, we can't worry about the hole right now. But take note, that's there. Okay, we have more Genlocks. No berserker.
All right, I'm game.
rest. Yeah, sure, that worked. Yeah. I forgot to say before going up to the second
Maker's
floor.
breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
Well, you realize there was a big hole in the tower that they all climbed through. And you could try telling them they were in the wrong place.
Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Tyron Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
I'm pretty sure he knows things are going bad. He could go at any time.
We need to get to the beacon. The king needs Loghain to charge.
Well, apparently they've been busy in this tower. I thought you guys scoured the tower. They've been busy in hell for a while, it looks like. Hey, firebolts, I can sell those. Tower guard, I've been over this. You're an archer. Hey, actually you have a crossbow. But yeah, you could use the firebolts on them if you really want to. Not sure if I trust those doors.
Ah, I sense dark.
And that's why I said I'm not sure if I trust those doors. Okay,
If you insist.
get back. I need you to taunt.
Where do I go?
Oh, that is very bad. Oh god, that's terrible. Oh, so where's the mage? Mage? You overkill being shot, but...
This part takes forever.
Oh god, that's markers. If I could take Archer better than Mage can. Stop. Disappointing me when you do that.
Let's go!
That won't stop me.
That death you're wearing, it really suits you.
Fell down.
That death you're wearing very suits you. Oh, sure. You try.
We must get to the top of the tower.
That's good. I wasn't really trying to talk. Oh yeah, I haven't actually talked to Alistair.
We need to get to the beacon. The king needs Loghain to charge.
What do
I
we do
can't
now?
really talk to Alistair yet. Oh yeah, I could technically use the ballista to probably not hit anyone. Probably not hit anyone. Well, what we got here? We got bots. What's in
Going.
the bots? It could be anything. It could even be a boat. Craft bell. Discarded book. Oh my gosh, code entry. The history of the chantry. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Doomad showed up and murdered all of them. Became the first archdemon. Yeah, I think we're going to Adventure Imperium in Veilguard, potentially. That'll be fun. Because we've explored Ferelden. Explored Kirkwall, which is free marshes. We've explored, Orlais and parts of Ferelden in Inquisition, so yeah. There's Antiva. I wonder if that'll get touched at some point. Now this seems like the way forward, right? Which means you don't want to go that way, actually. We want to go back. Maybe that one would have been good. Oh jeez, I haven't even looted the enemies hill. Oops.
And I'm off.
No. Loot. That's a hell potion, it's fine. So what do you have inside your... oh. Nothing. Okay. Looks like there's all this potential loot hill, but I can't take it. Now here's the thing. Remember, if this was Baldur's Gate 3, all this would be lootable. Most of it wouldn't be worth our time.
Going.
Most of this still isn't worth my time, but... oh well. Oh, what we got? We have Gunlock, we have Gunlock, we have Gunlock, we have Gunlock. I'm not worried about Gunlock. Like that, whatever.
And I'm off.
3 to 4 potential things. Levels, I think. So yeah, save before we go up, just in case, you know, safety saves. You know, poison can be applied to weapons?
Logain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal.
Yeah.
The king is depending on us.
I'm sure he's perfectly ready. Perfectly ready.
I sense some darkspawn.
Hey, I like more.
Another point for me.
You know the problem though, we're trying to hear like banter over darkspawn noises. The problem though is both darkspawn noises and, you know, dialogue are the same volume slider, which, you know, I don't know why you would do that. That's stupid. Oh, crappy longsword. Yay, crappy longsword. What we got? Bunch of gen locks.
That lever over there. It will leave the house.
What lever?
Right there.
My power is close. Oh, yo, gen lock out. The gen lock alpha is also a commander. He has that to gravity warp and run. I thought that was just the hurlocks. Interesting. And more Darkspawn daggers, of course. Deathroot dead strat.
Going.
Ooh. Well, that's nice. I'll take that. Sadly, these dogs are just going to remain here and do dog things. That is what they shall do. They shall not join us, sadly, on our adventure. I don't try to like all these dogs.
Right.
Dogs. The dogs, you want to help? There we go, that's right. Lure the bat.
How amusing!
How is decent use of the dog?
Nice try! Not bad at all!
Not bad at all, indeed. Yay. Well, let's level up. Why not? Not yet unlocked. Because that's like at 8? I think that's probably at around 8. I know the second one's at like 14, so more of that. I'm gonna start working up that. Can't get that. So yeah, let's get this. Maybe next time I'll get enough of that. 7 and 8, yeah. Anyway, I can't just get towards that. Can't have bravery yet. Stunning blows. Each attack offers a chance to stun the. That's pretty great, honestly. Powerful swings isn't bad, but I mean it does more damage, but you suffer penalties to attack and defense. I would like that too. Well, let's get stunning blows for now. That way we can stun upon smacking things. That'd be great.
All right. Yes. More darkspawn, eh?
Oh, you knocked him out, my reach. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. You're not supposed to be attacking our archer. Because that confuses our archer. For some reason, as soon as he gets into melee, he's like, I need to switch to this. And not switch back.
Yes.
Oh, there's a weapon stand. That could be anything. Could be a crappy battle axe, even. Okay, save. Ooh, top floor.
All right.
Oh no. It's an Ogie. Yeah, ogres have to be, Canary Darkspawn, judging from the horns and forehead mass. That's an ogre. I'm just gonna activate this response. Okay. First things first. No. You used weakness. That's a good. But you should also paralyze though. Now it's a good use of paralyze. God, that was a good. Okay, can you not do that? I have enough to use Mind Blow now. Oh. Alistair is being a badass. Good for you, Alistair. Okay, does he have any loot though? German lighting room. Harvard's Angus.
Beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's...
That's spatial.
Too late.
It's spatial, but it's also not really that great. So before we light the beacon, Alistair, you want to level up? What do I want you to have? More strength. Honestly, you're a bit lacking in strength. You're a bit lacking in everything, though. More strength, more constitution. Master combat tactics wouldn't be the worst idea. I mean, master combat training wouldn't be the worst idea. But I could use some combat tactics. 9, bleh. Precise striking? Tempting. What you got? Shield defense. Honestly, I sure got him precise striking so I could work on getting him taunt. Mistakes. Oh well, at least he has shield defense now, which is what you should be using. Where's your shield defense? Why is it not on the thing? Self. Any. Usability. No. Activate mode. Shield defense. There you go. Because shield defense. While this mode is attached with the counter, it drops into defense stamina that favors the shield. Gain bonuses to defense and increased chance to stroke with missile test. But a penalty to attack. I mean, if he survives longer, it's fine. It doesn't really drain that much for stamina, honestly.
All right.
Not sure why you're just standing though, buddy. Okay, save before doing anything. And activate the beacon. Hey, we lit the beacon, we did it. We saved the day.
The retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
And they all just leave. You know, it's not like Darkspawn and murdering everyone in the thousands. Hundreds at least. So, where's our upper grade waters? Oh yeah, by the way, he has his default kill on during this because this is a cinematic. Oh, that's a lot of arrows, isn't it? And then we all died. Spellcasting can be interrupted by damage.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
What's up? What happened to the Darkspawn?
You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember?
I'm not being overrun by the Darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
Throw over to the Grey Warrens and King.
All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
Nah, thank you for helping.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
Sure, well. I have some questions.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it. She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I
Well, there
suggest
you
you
go.
ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you. I wonder at that myself, but she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your
perhaps we're
king.
plot
A king
relevant.
would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Much higher.
What a sensible attitude. Mother is seldom sensible, however. Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now. I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
Okay, I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Also, last of the Wardens. Which means... we can now be a Death Knight. Soon. Because I need that achievement before I could unlock.
Yes.
That's apparently a key one. We cannot lock back that one. That's fine. Anyway, oh shit, I forgot. Save before going outdoor.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
What's up?
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
That's more for Darth
Duncan's
kill
dead.
me.
The Grey Wardens. Even the King. They're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Must be very old and powerful.
Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Well, there you go.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Well, it's sort of changed when most of them were slaughtered.
If you think small numbers make you helpless, you are already defeated.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Where's this archimage at?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient to Vinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by Darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Kaelin already summoned them. They'll come if they can, but I expect Loghain has already taken steps to stop them. We must assume they won't arrive in time. The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with
He
murder.
didn't
You
murder
speak
anyone,
as if he
though.
would be the first king to gain his throne.
He just
that way.
left.
Grow
That's how
up,
we
boy.
murder.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
We can't really be dealing with a civil war. Well, you know. We have a blight on our hands.
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
And there's Overarch.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Al-Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Well, I mean, it's a plot point.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Yeah, thanks.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have two
Like
guests for
Plymouth.
the eve?
She basically
Or
sees
none?
the plot.
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly,
It's like,
girl.
this is how you have
And
to
you
handle
will be joining me.
things.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I'm telling you about Morgan doesn't wish to join
Her
us.
magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, Consider this repayment for your lives.
Oh well, we'll take her along with
Not
us.
to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you
And
do not wish help from us illegal
We're
mages,
Grey Wardens.
young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point.
we have
taken.
authority over
Mother?
this.
This is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Because, you know, a blight would be bad.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours. From the way he glares, I imagine that answer is clear.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
We do need all the help we can
I
get.
guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Oh, we should get underway.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. So I keep doing this for a while. I gotta improve her ratings. I forgot about that. Oh, right, she comes as a shapeshifter, because that's the thing. Oh, God, right, she comes as a shape. Why is she level 7? Why did she outlive for us? Okay, so, need to something. Strength. Yeah, that makes sense. Dexterity, willpower's not bad. Magic's not bad. Cunning could be a bit better. Constitution. Oh God, your constitution is terrible. Okay, so you come with your robes, which plus you to magic. Willpower meant to resist. That magic stick. It's not a good magic stick. I know it says silver until 6. Oh, so you can't even use your stick in regards to do magic. Game. Game, I don't know what you're doing with that stuff. It's like I can't even give you the good stick. Because you don't have the magic. Well, no, you do have the magic for it. So, once again, why do you have a stick that you can't even use? I don't know. Anyway, hell, better stick. You technically will that, but fatigue. Enchantress Furring, yes. We have any armor. We have a cap for you. Oh God, police helms are hidden. And with a war mage. What do we have? Should we have something? What the hell is it? Do we not have any magey rings? Huh. That's unfortunate. I don't have any. Let's see, that's that. To be fair, that wouldn't be the worst thing for you. Ours is fine. Yeah, you could use gloves and other stuff. And technically, it could give you light armor. It's not the worst. Just gloves. Okay, so
Speak.
well, at least you have herbalism. Health potus, lesser health potus. Might even need lyrium potions. So what do you have in terms of skills? Right. That's the thing. Forgot about that. You don't even have Arcane Bolt. We have Winter's Grasp. Horror, Disorient, Drain Life. That's not the worst. Definitely go for Paralyze or Crushing Prison. Okay. My blast isn't terrible, except for point blank. Let's see, get things organized here a bit better. God, that's a thing, isn't it? And vulnerability hits. Destruction hits is not bad. Death hits isn't bad. You didn't go any into fire, did you? Well, you could go get to Cone of Code, which wouldn't be the worst. Do need to get you Arcane Bolt. I do need to get you stuff. Like, you need Arcane Bolt, and getting you paralyzed wouldn't be the worst. Waking Nightmare wouldn't be bad, but you need more magic. Drain Life's not bad. Disorient's not bad. Horror's not bad. Well, yeah. Also, honestly, by the way, one of the best things for a mage to get would be Mana Clash. Mana Clash is basically, hey, that thing has magic, dead. Like, paralyzing mages is fun. But Mana Clash is basically, hey, there's a mage, it's dead. We're gonna want that. Tactics, what are you set to? Custom, Drain Life, man. So what you got for damage? Mind Blast, Drain Life. Not bad. What you got for support? Meh. What you got for control? Horror. Needs more tactics. Inventory range is normal or higher. It's not. No. RP Hatch, Disorient, Drain Life. Yeah, let's just set you to damage for now. Or if we had more, so I could, you know, set to use that other thing instead. You know, so basically, if an enemy is, you know, at stand to use like horror on it, Hell, even that would be good on higher tiered things. So I wish we had like something to reset her skills, honestly. That'd be useful. Anything else here with Flamer's Place? Shore Wave.
Have you not left yet? I hope you are not hanging about for some questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more interested in action.
Huh.
What good would it do you? You are no mage. It is sufficient that I have passed on my knowledge to Morrigan,
The whole shape
and I pass her on to you.
Like a worn dress or an old pair of shoes.
Are you still here? You cannot give them away, apparently. Huh. Have a moment's peace for once.
I hear the peace of the grave is eternal.
This is the thanks I get for feeding you and putting up with you for this long. Bah! May your child one day treat you the same.
Feed me, she says. Without me, I swear, she shall be caked in dirt and eating tree bark inside of a month.
Then we are done.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. And the game auto-saved. Get your party in Adventure 4, so. Okay, so here's the thing. Compared to, you know, Inquisition and stuff, it's pretty small in terms of exploration. North of the Free Marshes up there would be Kirkwall. There's the camp. Camp's always fun. Frostbite Mountains would be, you know, Orzammar. Orlay's over there. There's the circle. Here's where the circle is, with the mages. This is DLC thing. There's Redcliffe. So basically, in terms of places to go, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 if you count lowering. And DLC thing, so. Yeah. Oh, and let's go to lowering. By the way, the game thinks it's cute doing this, but. Random encounter. Most of the random encounters aren't random, they're all scripted. Oh yeah, by the way, back in Dinner Room.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly.
Look at all those same
There are those who would take
NPCs.
advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
Basically,
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
march off.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Oh, snap. But yeah, basically Logan's whole thing is he thinks the Grey Wardens from Orlais are going to show up and somehow take over in the name of Orlais, and Orlais's going to claim everything if he doesn't make sure there's no influence of Orlais in Ferelden. Also dog. Oh no. Is there danger, boy? Is there danger? There is danger. That's quite a feel. That is quite a feel, Bell.
More dark spawn, eh?
That is quite a feel. Oh god, that poor dog. And they were just buying everything on its own. We should probably Okay, so here's the thing. As I mentioned, the game does not have a priority thing. Frost weapons is not bad. I'll let you use frost.
Very good.
Okay. Now then, cast horror on them. To basically debuff the harder target with everything you have. Why are you not in shield? Well, you probably got shot with the thing, so you switch between things. But shield defense. And I'm not in any of these things. Am I? There was all my stamina. Oh, right. Let's take a sec to reread things, because I don't think we read things properly. Okay, so the vulnerability hatch target suffers the head and inflicts penalties to resistances. That's whatever. Disorient the caster. Basically, that would be useful to cast on a target and then use any of your spells. Disorient the caster engaged in social mental manipulation disorients the target first, making the target less effective in combat. The penalties to attack and defense. That's not bad. Horror. The caster forces the target to cower and fail, unable to move unless it passes a mental resistance dice roll. Targets already asleep when the spell is cast cannot resist its effects and take massive spell damage. So basically, if you use, like, say, sleep, followed by horror, So yeah. Also, so yeah, sleep. All hostile targets in the target area fall asleep when they pass, unless they pass mental things. Although they wake when hit. That only problem with that is sleep is situational, because oh no, you sleep things up and then you just immediately hit them and well they'll wake. However, if you can time sleep and then horror, that's a really good combo. And then there's waking nightmare. Hostile targets are trapped in waking nightmare unless they pass mental resistance dice roll. They randomly stunned, attack other enemies, or become the caster's ally for the duration of the fed. By the way, if you already use sleep, yeah. It's almost like you could use horror to really wreck some target. Or for the same amount of cost, you could, you know, also this has better range. Yeah, for the same amount of cost, 43, you can just basically affect an entire group with, like, a whole bunch of conditions. Yeah, that would be nice to have. Just saying, that would be nice to have. Some really nice spells. Trade life and that stuff, yeah. Useful to an extent.
An order.
Like, the problem though with mages is they just have entirely too much stuff. Oh, it's a high dog. He wags his tail happily in pants. No sharks found out hurt you, did they?
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now?
Yes.
Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
He isn't mangy, actually. Oh, maybe it's meant to be. Arc. So, we gain Oh, I need a name for the dog. And thus... Can I... Oh, I can't space. Fine. It should be Zion. We now have Zion. Tiffany found this Mobari at the camp in Oshikor, smashed her in the wilds, and Zion very ill from fighting the Darkspawn battle. Zion seems to have chosen Tiffany as his new master now, seeking Tiffany out after the battle at Oshikor and warning of an impending Darkstorm attack. He is pretty great. I do like. So. Indeed. Rose run happily on his back. You are adorable. So. As that which gives +2 Constitution, and you can technically use health potions. But you can also use Marlboro Crunch. So just arrange this. War Paint of the Wolfhound. Brrr. I also have Dog Whistle. We have gifts. Beef Bone. The problem though is, no, cancel that. He already has like full approval, so it's like, what would you do? Well, let's give him a Beef Bone. Maybe we'll give him stats. What does this do? I think that summons him out if we replaced him. Basically, it's our 5th companion. I don't know about those ones. Anyway, so yeah. The thing about him is he has his own stats, like he has decent strength, decent stats, and then yeah, he's a war dog. He has, however, his own talent bar. Overwhelm would be nice to have. So he has charge. He has growl. He has dread howl. What's growl do? The Mario is so fierce that its opponent suffers a penalty to defense. Stunning motion. Stunning. Nice. Combat training. Giving opponents a critical chance to attack and armor. Fortitude. More resistances. Charge. Chargers. Shred. Not bad. And then I think these here are bonus ones I have from a mod. Bonuses, bonus. Frightening enemies to cower. Like he's, yeah. And of course he does not have skills. For he is a dog. Anyway. Can I talk to people yet?
What do you wish of me? If you must. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Oh god. So we could do this at camp, but since they're with us.
Any number of cats could inform you of the answer to that question, but have it your way. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness. For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for. Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting? At least with that sort of touching, I would have been able to intuit the intent with far greater ease. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes, how to eat at a table, how to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again. Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes? What do you wish of me? If you must. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more. I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait, a little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom. 'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum. You do not know? The Zealots use that word for any magic they do not control. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates, and apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true, still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit. Thank you for small favors, then, at the very least. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
No, that's one thing I hate about the Dragon Age Origins conversation thing is you reach the end of the conversation thing and they're just like, no, let's just stop talking, and then it's like, but there's still
What do you wish of me?
conversation topics.
If you must. Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Human?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
Or just the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed. The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
But is that including, you know, the whole thing about her being an elvish god, basically? None of that's included in this. No, that was something Dragon Age Inquisition dumped on us. Spoilers for Dragon Age Inquisition, by the way.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts.
Oh, fun.
It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well. The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say.
It's not a demon
I know
in
not.
her.
I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
In a way, almost.
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has coloured her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
Basically, okay, so Flemeth actually existed, right? She basically ended up getting a part of Mythral? And by in her, and thus she had the whole sort of like having, you know, a demon in you and that. But it's actually not a demon, it's more like an elvish god, basically, in you. So yeah, it's a bit different than that. Interesting story.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I.
How colours
but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Just ends the conversation.
What do you wish of me? If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The Chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Fun times.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
Yeah, basically no housing scene with her. No housing scene with her. Because this is before, you know, Larian pushed that thing.
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear. Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell, and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed. The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us. What do you wish of me? If you must. Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
That's a bit... that is a bit much, game.
I was told to accompany you and to help you, and that I shall. This may extend to the teaching of my mother's skills in time. For now, I simply
you don't
do
have high
not know
enough
you well
approval
enough.
rate yet.
I promise nothing.
What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. Dragon Age Origins conversations with companions sort of was like Mass Effects 1 and 2s. Well, you know, you ask them a thing, and you get the whole have to sort through all the conversation topics. And it's awesome. And then even if you talk to them, you still have to go through the thing, the menus. Dragon Age Awakening, though, is basically like Mass Effect 3's world. It's like, if they have something relevant to talk to, you talk to them. Otherwise, they just one-word responses. I forget what Dragon Age 2's conversations were like. Huh.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of. I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him. Of course, I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Dwarves don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
Stone beneath our thugs.
I heard about that, now that I think about it. Their spirits return to the rock, strengthening the foundation of the Tig. It sounds so strange.
Not strange then, you know.
I suppose you're right. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little. I'd like that. So would he, I think. What do you need?
Well, let's see where you have a conversation
Ask away.
topics.
Such as they are.
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot.
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands. Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here, but I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go. I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us. I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere. Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need? Ask away. Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills. You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky. I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all. The Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have. He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking. What do you need? Ask away. Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact. Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know. And my table manners too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the other Templars. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
Well, you know, there we go. There's the proper answer.
I think I completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Our Lehman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough. I know who I was told was my father. He died even before my mother did, anyhow. It isn't important. Our Lehman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me. I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story. What do you need? Ask away. Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring. I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know. Oh, sure. They said that all the self-flagellation would be unpleasant, but you know what they say, one man's pain. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring. Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Arl Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it. The education, mostly. But also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home? It is. I didn't know you felt that way. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good, either way. I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now. What do you need? Ask away. Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells. No, I never actually became a full Templar. Duncan recruited me before I took my vows. I was only present during one harrowing. The ritual that they test the mages with. It's not unlike our joining, really. And just as deadly. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist. And she couldn't. We had to end it quickly. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that. You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit. Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together. Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me. What do you need? Ask away. I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word. Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Ask
This is not something small you're asking, after all.
When is approval's up high enough? Father Howard's approval now. Neutral. Neutral still. Anyway. Was there anything else?
What do you need? Ask away. Such as they are.
No.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough.
Basically, it's
What
off
do you
the
need?
conversation topics for now. Which means we different. We should probably get moving.
All right.
No, stop. Alfred. Oh, and the game actually offers there before we went places. So yeah, head to lowering probably in the video. Hope it loads. It doesn't crash again. Well, at least we save before going though.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. Led by a dwarf, oddly enough.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules. Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But aren't them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good?
I mean, he
Good
has
enough
a
to kill a
point.
king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
Yeah, you know, we could really use a donation.
You don't say.
They is really good, boss.
It's really
Remember,
good.
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today.
Why, thank you.
Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in Lothering and all that.
Ah, I love that. I love that. Because usually it's, you know. Oh god. Stuff. Because usually it's like, you know, your typical Skyrim bandit that's like, oh, you're level 20. Well, I'm level 1. I'm going to totally attack you. I love when it's like, oh, they realize that I out-level them. I am a much harder target than anything they've dealt with before. They should not mess with me. Always love that in games. So many of my paranoids have been searching for the urge. Really one of them must have found. But for virginity by now. Still until I hear that all is well, I must proceed as planned. Genitive holds the key to find the owner's sacred ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I now know where progenitor lies. I've been to his home in Dinnerham and found the trail. I'm amazed that Owenites have not done likewise, unless they have. No, it's best not to get caught in the thought conspiracy. So Don awaits my report on Lowering. But he didn't survive. Also, what do we have a quest? Ah yes. Bandits. Ah, how much is that worth? Technically. So I have the Harvard Cliff, Paragon, go to Arsmar, deal with the jailers, deal with the mages, and rest and resupply. Perhaps a lockup means I'm turning someone back in Lowering. And then there's, we already dealt with that. Oh yeah, we need to go to Red Cliff for that. Then there's that. Anyway, so before we continue on to lowering, we're gonna save and call it hill. Save and call it hill. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all and have a nice day.